Herzog Hospital was established in 1894. We have the largest department in chronic respiratory care for adults and children in Israel. People are hospitalized by us on respirators. 32 of them are children, ranging in age from 3 months to adolescents. This is not asthma, this is kids that are being kept alive on a respirator.
That's a little bit too loose of it. It goes up and down, still just a little bit too loose.
The beauty, the miracle, 118 custom designed wheelchairs. Phenomenal, because if we bought the wheelchair in Israel, each wheelchair would cost us between $5,000 to $10,000.
Oh my God.
These kids, as they age and grow, their limbs are deformed, their bodies are deformed. Putting them in a regular wheelchair doesn't work. And the fact that it's being fitted here, and there's a team behind me of 20 people from the States who are volunteering to do this, who are working harder than our paid staff almost, okay, is indescribable. This was her oldest child, her firstborn. He's been here 5.5 years. She can't express enough the incredible hug she's gotten from everybody who came together to make this happen. And it's really not us, it's all of you and everybody out there that has made this happen. I don't have to break it down how hard it is for any parent or grandparent to deal with this on a daily basis.
And then he looks pretty good. Is the headrest okay?
I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I'm excited for these children. I'm excited for this hospital and for its patients. This is so wonderful. Thank you so much.
Introduce you in a second, we'll let them take pictures. Okay, everybody, hello. First of all, stop talking, look at this prescription. We'll get it, we'll get it.
All right. She said.
Not some mama?
No, not at all.
Just the first one, that's fine. Let's just keep going.
Brief overview, not to worry. And I want to welcome you to now, you are now part of history, the history of Jerusalem. Herzog Hospital was established only in 1894, 124 years ago in the old city of Jerusalem. Today it has grown to close to a 600-bed hospital with expertise in everything in geriatrics, from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. We are also one of the leading psychiatric facilities in the country. We originally started as the first psychiatric hospital in the Middle East. We are the only hospital possibly in the world that has a separate department for men and a separate department for women. Ministry of Health, which by the way does not support the hospital at all. We are a charity hospital that runs a balanced budget, and everything you see here is through donations or health insurance companies paying for fee-for-services. That's why the wheelchairs are so important, which I'll get to in a second. We started a children's respiratory department. And as those of you who are on the tour, you already know the breakdown, but up until we started this department, all these kids were in pediatric intensive care wards all over the country, getting passive care because the staff was not trained. Now, because of our expertise in geriatric care, we are now working, and all of those that have been on tour upstairs saw these wonderful children and the wonderful staff, and some of you met some of the wonderful parents, that these kids benefit from everything, not just the medical care, 1 hour of hugging time a day, pet therapy, music therapy, the only school for children of this nature in the country. We have witnessed a miracle here, and all of you are the miracle. Never in my experience has 4 or 5 different organizations, different agencies come together to bring 200 custom-designed wheelchairs to Israel. What does that mean? One organization makes them. One organization gave money to help support it. One organization shipped it from either Iowa or South Dakota to Tennessee. The ministry in Tennessee shipped it to Israel. The ministry in Israel brought it into the country, paid the customs, delivered it to our front door and the front door of every agency you see here. So we want to thank you.
That you've come to visit here, not just our hospital, a number of other centres. We have colleagues here from Aline, and I want to tell you that this is, as Steve said, a miracle. This has developed more and more into the rehab centre that we deal with for the elderly, for the internal medicine care of the elderly. But as you saw today, maybe the biggest impact has been on the ventilated patients, patients who are totally dependent on ventilators to remain alive. When we can manage to wean them off the ventilators, they can possibly go home or go to a nursing home or to go to another care centre. But whilst they need the medical care, they will get it. And it's our job to make sure they get the best possible. What you have done is manage to extend that and to make it even more accessible to some of the patients.
On behalf of Hope Haven, I just want to thank everybody for being involved in this project. We're located in the heartland of the United States, state of Iowa, and we are in cornfields, bean fields, and we live in a county called Sioux County. And it's the only county in the country that when you come into it, you can smell it because of all the hogs and the cattle that we raise. But it's an amazing story. We are an agency that works with people with disabilities. And our philosophy is, and our mission statement is, that we're able to unleash the power of people to do amazing things. Everybody, it doesn't matter if you have a disability or not, everybody has that opportunity. And God creates a lot of different ways for us to be involved with agencies. This is the best way to do that, because quite often we're out there trying to do our own thing. And we limit ourselves, we limit our God when we just think about ourselves, because it's a lot bigger picture than that. Our goal is to make this affordable. So this wheelchair is sponsored for $250. It's not as fancy as the other wheelchairs you can buy in the States, but it does everything that those wheelchairs do, and it gives people the opportunity in other countries to be able to have mobility. So this is an incredible story for everybody coming together. We want to thank you for that opportunity, and this is great. I don't know how I ever met this guy, but this is probably the biggest God thing here is the fact that we met. And he's just been an incredible inspiration for me, and the opportunity to work through him and have him help us out is just incredible. So I want to thank Les specifically for that.
Thank you.
So I said to him on the phone,
2 days.
2 days. So I said to him on the phone, Steve, thanks for talking to you, see you, blah, blah, blah. By the way, do you need wheelchairs? Because I promised Les, if I heard of anything, I'll do it. He says, oh, don't you know about our critical fire and 40 kids? You know, Steve, you just talk for an hour. So I said, I think I have wheelchairs. He said, what do you have? I don't know. Give me a minute. I call Les. What kind of wheelchairs we got? He tells me. I said, send me a sheet. Sends me a sheet. I send him the sheet. He says, oh, we could use those wheelchairs. How much they cost? I said, I don't know. Call Les, how much they cost? Les tells me. I said to Steve, how many do you need? He says, I could use 40. I said, good, you got them. He says, how much do they cost? I said, nothing. They cost nothing. If I could do chickens, I could certainly do wheelchairs. Right? So from chickens to wheelchairs is how we got here.
I had the great honor of working with the team from Hope Haven yesterday, who provided us with 15 chairs, and we were able to set up for 3 children. And it was just, I was telling Les and Bill last night and this morning how wonderful it was to see you all there yesterday. And we are very happy to start this collaboration with you, and we're happy to be here with you in Herzog. And we do hope to see you again, because I think that you guys are doing amazing work and providing us with equipment that we so much need. Thank you so much, Bill, for making this happen.
Okay, she will explain to you the impact that these chairs will have on these kids. As you can see, 2 of the children are here, okay, with the respirators. Okay, this is not a situation where, okay, child is handicapped and you got to wheel him around. This is, if you will, a military operation. 3-4 staff people are around to make sure the respirator is still working, that it's still connected, and so on and so forth. And to get these kids out of their beds is enormous. Professor Gale. Look, this summarizes in so many ways what Herzog does. This wonderful child and his wonderful parents, okay? This child has not known his home, okay? He has always been in a hospital. So this, what Professor Gale was saying, this becomes his home. So whether it be the school, whether it be the pet therapy, whether it be the music some of you heard, and so on and so forth, we want to give these kids quality of life and the best possible health care they can get. So God willing, one day, medical technology and medical knowledge will help us improve the health of these children.
לפני מה שכן, איפה לשים אותו, קיבלנו, הוא היה מסכן, היה בכמה בתי חולים שלא הצליחו, ולפני 4.5 שנים הגיע, והוא אצלנו.
As I said earlier, we are the national center for these children. Okay, there's no place else for them to go. Before we opened this department, they were in a corner in a pediatric intensive care unit, and whatever would happen would happen.
God put this ministry on our heart a number of years ago, and we are now shipping 1 40-foot container a month to Israel, filled with humanitarian aid. I also tell our people that we are not separate from the Jewish people. We are family, whether you like us or not. It may be like that family that you have to put up with at Passover. But we are here and we love you, and we are so honored to be a part of this project.
I got a guy out of Philadelphia who can ship to a warehouse in Israel, and I got a guy in Israel who can turn around and deliver them to a hospital. 6 months, 8 days ago, Les and I had lunch. We did not ship 200 wheelchairs. I'm the salesman, I can exaggerate. We shipped 184 wheelchairs. 6 months in those days.
Till an hour ago, all the Hope Haven people were upstairs in the children's department putting wheelchairs together on their hands and knees. I said, what about lunch? No, we don't need a break. One of the mothers brought a cake and they took 3 minutes to have a piece of cake. But these are all volunteers who, I mean, a couple were physical therapists, but like this, they were auto mechanics. They were putting the whole thing together in 3 minutes. It was amazing, and it was volunteers, it was from the heart. And they kept thanking us for letting them do it. So